Okay. So let's see where we are. Let's go to Bashir and see where we are now. Okay. So we have config and a command. And what I want to go is to the commands in the fixtures. And let's see what we have here. Internal, so
Maybe it's the HDMI. Hello?
yeah.
Okay. So I think the monitor is interfering with my audio settings, so I'm gonna plug it off for now.
Okay. Well, it shouldn't really interfere with your audio.
Because once I plug it in, I don't get
Yeah,
audio
so just
anymore
go to the
because
settings and change it. Well, it shouldn't really. You know what I mean?
where is it? Is it in audio? There's a sound.
Yeah, in sound, there is a setting where the sound is where the output is coming from. So you can just change it.
Okay, got it. Got it now. Okay.
Okay. Cool. So we are live, and yeah. So we are live. We don't have anybody here, but you know we're live.
Are we on Twitch, right?
Yeah. So you wanted to fix Travis CI?
Yes, that was one of the things we wanted to do. Can I SSH?
No, I shared the screen.
It's
Okay.
really low resolution for some reason.
Just put full screen, man. Stop being.
I did. I did. I put it on my. I did put on my on my big screen.
Okay.
I can barely see the characters.
That should be enough. Okay, so let's see here. So I see that build 33 is passing. So this one is passing. Oh, which one is that? Okay, so that's fine. So I see that some of the tests are passing. So 33.1 is working, but go tip isn't working. Okay, I see.
Yeah, because it's.
So the tip, there is case-sensitive import collision. I see it here. So cmd gong main.go. So let's go here. GitHub com cancel dev gong. And let's see here the pull request. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out that pull request. Oh, it's in your... Okay, got it. So let's go cmd main. So nothing here really changed. So let's go over what we have here. So we have this client.go, and oh, you changed the if client name is pivotal, great. So log into your project management instance, great. Pivotal.
That's pretty much it. That's the only thing I've changed.
This one, pivotal.go. Yeah, that makes sense. This is what good about that design. You know that you only need to add one file. Okay, I really don't like those like added comments, those and this one like swallowing, but that's all right. Prepare commit message. Oh, I like this. Okay, great. Get branch name, get project ID and issue ID. So project ID, great. Format field, you return the value, great. And then pivotal.me.get. Yeah, it looks good. So this implements everything?
Yeah, It's all working. I tried it on my local.
So you have the comment and you have the browse and
yeah,
and everything else. Great. Okay, so this looks good. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to merge this in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go here.
Yeah, I want to see what you do with releases. Right now it's merging to develop branch. That's where I have the pull request against.
Okay, so let's pull develop. Dude, you have to put headphones on or something because I hear echo. It's like always the same. I always have to give you this comment. Okay. So then here in CMD main, we have this. So I think just changing this to this.
Is that better?
Will make it better. Okay. CMD. Case sensitive import. And let's push develop.
What did you do? Oh, you changed to capitalized letter?
Yeah. Okay. So now let's go here and build history.
I've tried that before.
All right. So this one. Yeah, it's still here. Go tip. Case insensitive import collision. CMD main.go case sensitive import collision and GitHub com cancel dev gong. Yeah, but where is it? So let's go to Travis YAML here. So I see go 1.8 and go tip. And here I really don't have a collision. So this is internal because all I have here is this. Okay, so let's go here and 35. So now 35 is in progress.
I tried to change it to capitalized letter in my branch and we still fail.
Yeah, something here is weird with go tip because you know, my username shouldn't really matter. Exited with 0. Oh yeah, so now it's working. So job 35 passed, and now the tests are passing. Yeah, it's passing here. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
And now if you go here, we should have a build passing, which is great on master and develop. Great. So now we need to release this. So in order to release this, let's go. So we released 1.3.4 previously.
Yeah.
So now we are going to do git flow release start 1.4.0. Right? So now we're going to do git flow release start 1.4.0, which is going to bring us to this, you see, release 1.4.0. And then I'm going to go to...
What does git flow release do?
CMD. It creates a branch, CMD gong. And here we have a special file called build.sh, and all it does is bump version. And if we go to vim bump version config, so here we have 1.3.4 tag false. Great. So now we are going to do bump version, and I think it's minor. And if we go now to our main.go, it should be 1.4.0. You see? So this is the version.
Yeah.
and what we have here. So let's go to here and here. We should have a README and a changelog. So now we go to 1.4.0, and here it's added the pivotal tracker client thanks to link Stevens Zoo, and it's probably github.com Stevens Zoo.
Stevens X.
Right? So this
All
is
right.
added the pivotal
Thank you.
tracker client. In order to create the client and connect to pivotal tracker, you run gong login pivotal tracker, right? Like this, or pivotal?
No, it's gonna log in pivotal.
Pivotal.
Just
Okay.
pivotal. Yeah.
Okay. So let's break line here in order to make this look better. And this here. And let's see what we have here. So let's git add this with dash p. So 1.4.0, 1.4.0, and git st, git add readme here, and git st, git commit dash m, 1.4.0, releasing pivotal tracker, and git flow release finish 1.4 point, oops, git flow release finish 1.4.0. This is gonna bring us to the master and merge develop into the master. Wow, missed a message in the chat room. Acidic mushroom, let's go to Twitch. Howdy, did you set up your standing desk yet? And the answer is yes, I have. As you can see, the old desk is behind me, and like I promised, I changed the entire layout of the home office, so it's much more comfortable now. And yes, I'm on the new standing desk. I'm sitting, but I'm on the standing desk. Right, so let's go here. And then this is going to merge release branch, and then here. And the release note is pivotal tracker client. So let's save this. And now this one, this is great. And git push origin develop, git push origin master, and git push origin master. And git push dash.
Can you explain
tags.
a little bit here what's going on with all these branches? Why it's just a bit confusing to me.
So this is like git flow, and what happens is it's really not that complicated. It's really simple. And what happens is that you do like commands with git flow. So you have git flow release start and git flow release finish and so on and so forth. And what this does is really simple. It just does things with your git branches. So if you want this, so you can
Git
check
flow.
this in the chat room on Twitch. I posted it in the chat room. So feel free to go there and see what happens, what's being merged into what, and why and who, and how many. And this will give you a great a great overview into what it's doing. But it's just an easy way to do branches and stuff like that. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is we need to build these. So we need to build the specific releases for the things, right? So now we're going to draft a new release. And you see we have a 1.4.0.
Yeah.
and the release title is 1.4.0, and then pivotal tracker client, and then 1.4.0 introduces a new client to interact with pivotal tracker. Check the change log for more details. Okay, so then you're gonna publish. Oh, you're not gonna publish the release yet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going into the cmd main.go, cmd gong, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna build this package for all the versions, right? So Gox build cross-platform, and I'm just gonna show you that. So Gox build cross-platform, and this is a simple like build tool. And what it does, it will allow you to build, like Linux and AMD 64, and then you can build those, right?
Okay.
Or you can do where is it? Darwin AMD 64, and then Linux AMD 64, and so on and so forth. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do go get, like so. So go get Gox.
So all the build should be based on master, right? Like everything should be merged into master, and then
Yeah.
we do the build.
Yeah, and this is what's happening here. It's doing it off of master.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so this is Linux AMD 64. And then let me remember. I think it's comma separated, but let's see. Gox -- help. Okay, so we have this, and then cross, if no specific, space separated list of architectures. Great. So this is what we want, right? So we want Linux 386, right? So let's do this. So you see this? Gox OS Linux. So we can go here, and then Darwin, which will build for everything. Go get here, because I need to bring the pivotal tracker one. Okay, so you see this builds for ARM64, AMD64, and Darwin AMD64. So this will give you see here in the packages, all you do is you upload these, right? So let's go ahead and let it build for a second here.
You just said Gox OS equals Linux Darwin. Oh, so this is Linux will include
space
all these
Darwin, right? So it
Linux
will build all of Linux and all of Darwin. Okay, but really what I wanted, just to fix it here. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is here. So Linux, and then yeah, because it's not compatible to ARM. So 386 and Linux, AMD 64, and Darwin. This is what I want. And really for Darwin, all I need is AMD 64. What? Darwin, AMD 64. What am I missing? All right. All right, so let it build. What is going on? File was built for ARM7, which is the architecture. What's going on? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So I need Darwin and Linux, and then dash arc is equal to AMD 64 or not. Oh, it's OS arc. What? Okay, wait a second. Let's look at the README again. Okay, so this is
that slash
Linux AMD
yeah.
64 and Darwin AMD 64 and Linux 386. What's going on? Linux. What is going on? AMD 64 OS Arc? Am I missing a? Oh, it's Arc, like so. And then
yeah.
Linux 386. All right, this looks better. Great.
So these are different operating system, correct?
Yeah, operating system and architectures, yes. All right, so let it
Does
build.
that mean it's finished?
Yeah, now it's finished. And what you can see here is you can see the files here. So you see it's like you have, oh, actually, let's remove all of these and rebuild again. Just to get a clean build because I don't know what's been here before and what's not. Okay, so you see the executable is 8.4 megabyte. We have the 386 and the AMD 64. And all I do now really is go to the release and just drop the files here. And what it will do is it will upload them and it will be available to download for the users. And, you know, you can download it with Chef or any of your configuration management easily and use it on a server or use it on your computer. And you don't need Go in order to build it on, on your computer. You just like use it from the built version.
That's very cool. Just a quick question here. These three architecture, how did you come up with this list? Like, is there something specific about these three operating system?
It's just the most popular. It's a kind of a catch-all for people that will.
So
that will want to use it. Okay, so let's publish the release. Okay, so you see Darwin AMD 64, Linux 386, and Linux AMD 64. And now if we go to our releases, then we have all of them here, 1.4 with Pivotal Tracker, 1.3.4 with the stuff before. Right? So now this
awesome.
This code is released. And what we can see here is that it's still passing. So develop is passing and master is passing. And congratulations, you've done your first open source project with Golang.
Yes, thanks to you.
This is pretty cool.
Really excited. Yes.
And it's not, it's not a unpopular one. We have 16 stars.
Whoa, we have 16 star already?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
16 is not bad at all.
Not bad at all. We have one fork, and I think that's yours, which is fine. All right. So yeah, this is yours. Pivotal Tracker, develop, everything is great. Okay. So we've done that. We've done a code review, which came out clean, and it's merged, and all the tests are passing. With Go 1.8 and Go tip. So that's pretty cool.
This bug here we're experiencing, like the import cancel dev. What is it good practice to so your profile actually is the capitalized cancel dev, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you should have it as your profile. Yeah. You should have it as your profile read. So you shouldn't put a case insensitive one. It's case sensitive. So definitely you should put put one that is case sensitive there. Okay.
But how come this didn't happen on your original branch? Because it was lowercase to
Well,
begin with,
it's the
and it
thing is
only
that
started to fail.
it's only failing with Go tip. It's not failing with Go 1.8. Right?
What is GoTip? Is that a different version of
Go
Go?
tip is the like master version of Go. It's not the release version.
Oh, so but Go 1.1.8 is the release version.
1.8 is the released version. Yes.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Okay.
Why do you test it on both? Okay, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but
Well, you
I'm
you
just
test it
curious.
on both because that's the good practice. Because 1.8, will become the stable version, and then the 1. You know what I mean? The next version is coming from the tip, so you want to make sure that your Golang package or libraries is also working on the next version of Go. You know?
Okay, so tip is actually ahead of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stable, which
yeah. It's the head. It's like master. That's what I said.
I see. I see. I see. Yeah, thanks. I think these are very valuable kind of good practices to learn about, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so what is next? What do you want to do? Hey, welcome, Connor B. Welcome to the stream. It's the first time I'm seeing you here, so welcome. I think it's the first time. At least the first time I see it. So what is next? What do you want to work on next?
So I have two proposals.
Mm-hmm.
One proposal is that we can work on a sort of like, I think I talked about this in a previous session, like a calendar vote app. Like for example, like you always ask me, right, and the people in our chat room, like, hey, what should we work on today or tomorrow? Post your code for review and stuff like that. So
But
one
we
of,
did that.
and I just
This is
which
what
one
we
we did?
worked on with the micro posts, like open source app, right? It's just not. I mean, it's not finished in
It's
a
not a
way that it's
calendar
not released. Why should it be a calendar? It's like what
because
do we need to do today? You know what I mean? It's not. It shouldn't be a calendar. I mean, why complicate things that shouldn't be complicated? You
okay.
know?
Initially, what I thought was the purpose of the calendar is one to let people know which
Mm-hmm.
days the stream will happen, and then the topic, like if people are able to like put the specific thing they want to do on the day they want to show that, right? Let's say you want to stream like 4 days next week, right? And then the people can actually plan ahead, say, hey, I want to participate in the stream on Tuesday, so I'm gonna put my code snippet or whatever topic I want to talk about in the Tuesday, like a little calendar thing, right? Imagine like a calendar, and
Yeah.
then he can put his stuff there, right? And then let's say there's one or two people put it there, and people can go vote. The purpose of the calendar is really, I think that the goal is to help people to plan, and for you to plan the stream, and then people get an idea what will be talked about on a specific day, and then people can choose to participate or not participate on the stream. It's a way to organize. So I mean, that was the initial idea. Um, so that was what I thought of, right? The other proposal is, I would like to work on something in Golang because I really love the language. Thinking, you know, I know you have some projects that's in Golang, or maybe we can build something new in Golang. So that's the other proposal.
Yeah, I definitely have a thing with Golang that I've been wanting to work on. I think I even worked on it on the stream a bit. But I think I found a better way to do it without building a new software. Um,
Okay.
so I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. The thing is that what I wanted is to work on Bashir. So GitHub com cancel dev and then Bashir here. And what you can see is that this is like command automation. But I think what I will do is I
Mm.
will make it work on something called Spinnaker here. So Spinnaker is exactly what I imagined for Bashir, but much more advanced. Um, so what it does, it will be able to run a multi a multi-stage pipeline, um, and then you can wait for builds, and you can do this and you can do that. So all of these things are
Spinnaker.
really incredible. Um, so
Is this for DevOps automation?
yeah, this is for DevOps automation, and what I wanted is to have instead of having Bashir, which really only kind of answers one of the things I need, Spinnaker will do a lot more with what I need. So you can have a pipeline and stages, and you can deploy. So for example, you can have you know to bake the image and bake the AMI, and then run the builds on CI, and then wait for the builds on CI, and then report, and then manual entry. You know what I mean? So you can really do a lot with Spinnaker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think it's a really cool tool, and yeah, I'm excited to check it out. So it is it's from Netflix, um,
Mm.
and
Okay.
yeah. So I think they have a Docker um, source of image does not include support for deploying. Yeah, so I think you can run um, Spinnaker Docker. I think you can run it in a Docker container. So yeah, Docker Compose here. So it builds the cloud and the front end and the gateway. So let's see, Spinnaker. Right. So Spinnaker is an open source multi-cloud. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of moving parts for this. You need like Cassandra and Java, um, but it's a really like extensive tool to run those automation builds. And this is something that I really want to check out
Okay.
because Bashir is the project I started is really coming along nicely, but it really
Yeah.
only answers one part, which is automate running commands and reporting them. And what you can do
Mm-hmm.
and what you can do with Spinnaker is you can actually do more things. I think what might be and I don't know Spinnaker enough to really kind of form a solid opinion here, but I think what might be viable is to run Bashir inside of Spinnaker. But then I don't know if the
Okay.
assumptions that I designed Bashir, the assumption I designed Bashir with are still valid if I run it inside of Spinnaker. So it's like on hold. So I don't know if it's still a viable option to work on until I, at least have an idea into what I need to run and how I need to run it, and so on and so forth. Um, Prerequisite. So yeah, you need
You know,
Redis and Cassandra, and yeah.
what is the, sorry, it might be a dumb question, but like, what is the biggest problem that you're trying to solve with Spinnaker? With Spinnaker, like, what is the biggest gain that you'll be getting by using this platform?
Just not running commands manually and making sure that commands are succeeding before moving on to the next command, keeping a log of all the commands that are running, and just having a repeatable um, deploy pipeline. You know, that's kind of the main things that I get
So it's
from
sort of like
Spinnaker.
you can input like one command and it automate everything else. That kind of automation.
Well, what I mean is like for us for a deployment, there is a lot of things you need
Yeah.
to do. You need to go through a lot of commands, and a lot of these commands are simple, but you just want to make sure that all of them are running, and you have a kind of repeatable command pipeline. So those commands include scale up the cluster, and then
Mm-hmm.
create a new AMI, and then create a new auto scaling group, auto scale the auto scaling
Yeah.
group, right? So those
Mm.
commands currently are part of a checklist, and we go through that like one by one. And what I want is to just take
Okay.
that checklist and put it on Spinnaker.
Okay.
This is what I want, but we'll see how that goes. But before I have at least a partial idea into what I need to do, then it's hard to design, Bashir, um, to answer all of the questions that I still don't know what they are, right?
Okay.
So
So I mean, it looks interesting. So do you want to do this on the stream? Like, I'm down for it.
yeah, we can definitely try and see what is going on with it. Um, Localhost. Let's see what we have here. Install installation, but I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, currently may only be installed on Ubuntu. That's not what I want. I really want to do it with Docker, but it seems like it's not cleanly supported.
So it
Um,
seems like this is mostly in Python, right? This is Python.
oh, I don't know. Let's see. Spinnaker and Spinnaker here. It's probably Python. Yeah, it's Python.
Okay.
Right. So Spinnaker, and then we have configure. Um, yeah, but I definitely don't want to run it like this. That's for sure. Um, Experimental, Kubernetes, Packer, and Docker Compose. Docker Compose. Yeah. So what do we have here? Front 50. Yeah, no README, no documentation. This is experimental integration using Docker images for Spinnaker, published on the Docker Hub. It requires no installation of any software aside from the Docker toolbox. The instructor will be tested on Mac OS X 10.11. All right, so what do we need here? Install Docker toolbox. Navigate to the config directory, root project, copy default Spinnaker to Spinnaker local. If you're using AWS, create a directory. I don't want to use AWS. If you're using Google, yeah, but I don't want to really do that. I just want to local. Docker CLI, Docker machine. Okay. So Docker compose. Yeah, I don't want to deploy it. I definitely don't want to deploy it. So let's try um, using it locally. So let's go to here and see default Spinnaker. Well, I don't see anything like that. Experimental. Do we have it here? No, I don't see it here. Copy one directory out from the experimental. No, there is not. I don't see any default. No, seems like this README is pretty useless.
Oh, you must have some sort of README in their website.
Yeah, but you see like
Spinnaker.io.
default Spinnaker local and Spinnaker local. I really don't see that. Fit your configuration. I don't see any of these. Compose. Cassandra, Redis. Okay. So let's see the dev here. So this build stuff. Builds the cloud driver, builds the gate, builds Igor, Orca, Roscoe, and Fiat. You want to rebuild. Okay, so this builds the deck. Okay. Spinnaker. Do they have? No, they don't. Install latest. Let's see.
Installation guide. There's a setup.
Yeah, it's HAL. The Spinnaker release is below.
How?
No, this is not what I want. So, too bad they don't have, like a cloud version of it to like test out. What I want to try.
What's preventing you from trying it on local?
Well, it's too many installations that I don't want to do. Spinnaker. Let's see. Spinnaker AWS. Let's see if they have an easy way to do it on AWS. Right. So, deployment guide. Spinnaker on the AWS cloud. Great. 9-page document to install. Okay, so VPC internal, then Spinnaker user, IAM role. Great. Okay, so we have the CloudFormation template and a key name and all of that. No, too complicated. Okay. So let's go again to here and go to the experimental and Docker compose. And what do we have here? We have the container name, cloud driver, and environment file is this. And AWS secret key. Why do they need the AWS? I don't want the AWS. Let's try this. Okay. So let's take this raw and copy it here. Open up the terminal and go to TMP, make dir-p docker, cd docker, make dir-p Spinnaker, name docker compose.yaml, and let's put it here. And then what else do we need? We need this file, compose.env. Okay, so let's put this, compose.env. Okay, so docker compose up. Docker IP variable is not set, defaulting to a blank string. Docker IP. Okay. let's see what this will give us. Okay. This will bring the deck. So the deck is the web UI, I think.
Okay. But how do you use the web UI on your Docker machine?
Just you go to the port.
Oh, okay. All right. I see.
Okay. Come on. Okay, so this is Redis. Let me grab a drink of water.
Okay, me too.
Okay, so now we're building Roscoe. All right, what next? The cloud driver. So Acidic Mushroom is asking, do you know any good CSS tutorial? What exactly are you stuck on? Can you make a code pen?
Trying to make my input bigger.
So can you make a code pen so we can so I can check it out? Okay. So now the front 50. And I think this is the last one. But let's see. No, Igor.
So this is pulling in all the Docker images required to run this system on your local?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it has like 7 or 8 dependencies, so that's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Okay, creating. Okay. So everything seems to be running. We'll give it a second to see what's happening. And let's do Docker PS. And I see all the Spinnaker is running here. Well, it's too many logs, so I really can't see if something is really going on correctly or not. So I think this port 8080 should give us Spinnaker. And
Like the web UI. Nope.
yeah, no, it doesn't. But that's probably because it's not running yet. Yeah, something is not front 50 permission application. Yeah, something is not running correctly. And I don't know what it is. So let's go to the Docker
Debug.
again. And what do we have? Deck. Let's see deck. Maybe port 9000. Let's see. Port 9000. Okay. So this looks
Oh, something is spinning.
promising.
Wow, it's actually working. What?
No, but it
Why should you go
failed.
to eight?
Oh,
You
it
went to
it went to
8084.
localhost. It went to localhost. So this is the gate here. Yeah. Okay.
No.
So something is failing. Okay. So let's stop all of them. All right. Stopping, stopping, stopping. And let's see what's going on. Okay. So let's go here. Docker compose. And I think there is some mention of an IP. Yeah, so front base URL. So Docker IP, this. Export Docker IP equals 0.0.0.0. And let's now compose. Although 0.0 is not available to the outside, I mean, it's not available inside of the Docker. It's only available on the outside. Okay, so let's go to chat. Okay, so this is 9000, and yeah, it's still going to
Oh, you went
localhost.
to localhost. Oh, you should go to 0000.
Yeah, but still 000
That's
is
what it
not
says.
even working as well. So something is not running correctly, and it's not really clear what it is. So let's go to 8080, and 8080 is not responding. So okay, so something here doesn't look healthy. Cloud driver credentials. Falling back to account cache. Okay, that's not good.
I'm grabbing the water. Be right back.
Okay. Okay, so we have echo. Okay, gate is now running. Front 50 exited. Okay, so front 50 is exiting. The question is why? So really 9000 is the only one that's currently working. 8084 is not running. 8080 is not running. And yeah, generally looks like it's printing a lot of logs, but not really telling me what is happening. Okay, so I see that 0000 pipelines restricted. So yeah, it can't connect to 0000.
Isn't 000 same as localhost? Oh, it's not actually. It's a 127. That's the localhost.
Okay, let's go back here. So Docker compose, Docker toolbox navigate, and open Kitematic, Docker CLI. But I don't have a Docker machine. This is not Docker machine. So let's try Kitematic.
What is this? Man, this is like a Pandora box. All kinds of weird stuff. What's that stuff again?
That's just a way to manage Docker in a, nice interface.
Oh,
Um,
Kitematic. It's like Kubernetes substitute?
no.
No.
Okay, so
Run
Docker
container.
Toolbox, continue. But I do have Docker Toolbox. Otherwise, I wouldn't have Docker. And I do have Compose. Okay. Ah, shit. Skip. Okay, so deck. Um. Okay, what does it want from me here then? So Docker Compose, and then make sure you're under experimental Docker Compose. Run Docker IP, Docker Machine IP default, or Docker Compose up -d. This will pull. You should see all container. Now that if you're running Docker app, you can replace instance of Docker IP. This document with Docker IP equals docker.local. Great, let's see that.
Docker IP equals to docker.local. Export.
Docker.local. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see.
There's nothing.
Docker.local. And then, yeah, but this only needs to be available internally. So Docker Compose up. Note if you're running Docker up, you can replace any instance of Docker IP in this document with Docker IP equals docker.local. Using Spinnaker and the Kitematic settings port, click the link to see Spinnaker in action. Okay, so deck. This is what we need. So let's go here and go to deck. Which link? I don't see a link. Access URL localhost 9000. It's not possible. It's not really possible. Okay, so let's go here and port 9000. So this is looking good. Yeah, it's still localhost. My goodness. 8084. No, nothing is working.
Hey, what's 0.0.0.0? Like,
It's
is
an
there
IP.
something special about this IP address?
It's all it's local interface.
What is 0.0.0.0?
Okay. So front 50. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not working.
It means all IPv4 addresses on the local machine.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-all.
Front 50
So
starting
it's like
service. Front 50 gate. Yeah, but it doesn't really report. Okay, everything is running, right? This is so like logs, and really nothing in the end. Nothing in
but
the
why
end
does
to
it keep
say.
logging stuff? There's no interaction. I don't get what is it actually doing here.
It's just bringing up services. No, it's
It's
not
been
running.
logging that for like 5 minutes.
So 9000 is the only one that's working, which is basically just a front end app to redirect you to somewhere. So yeah, definitely.
I don't understand. I don't understand this 0.0.0.0.
So read up on the internet.
Like,
Okay, so this
I
is.
did. It means like it's a catch everything. So it means it's not a real IP address.
This
That's
is
how I understand it.
Redis. Redis is up. Orca initializing. Okay. Gate. Tomcat started port 8084. Okay, so this is failing.
Tomcat?
Yeah, this is failing here. It's trying to connect to 127.0.0.0.1 7002 here.
Oh, that's localhost. Localhost. Okay.
Okay, this application has no
Why-
explicit
Ooh,
mapping. Okay, this looks
ooh.
better. So
Yeah, much
9,000.
better.
Okay, this looks better. Okay,
What did you change? You
just
didn't change
waited.
anything.
Okay, so we have projects. Yeah, but it's still not create project.
Create project.
Project name, sample, project, AVI at avi.io, applications. I don't know what that is. Cluster, add cluster. I don't want to add a cluster. Pipelines. Okay, save. Error. Great. This is awesome. This is working perfectly. Okay, so applications, what it is, actions, create application. So let's see what we have here. Lots of errors, fail to connect localhost. Yeah, this Docker Compose is pretty shitty. I mean, not Docker Compose, but the way this is built.
It doesn't work out of the box. It needs debugging from day one.
Yeah, it's likely not really, it's likely not really meant for anything. Project name, let's do sample project application. I think I need an application and something, but let's do here and save. Yeah, unknown. So nothing is really working. And it's likely because we're missing something. So this is, yeah, it's failing because it's doing everything on localhost. So something is off. When something is off, we go back to the documentation and read it slower. Okay, so OpenKitematic, Docker CLI at the bottom. Make sure. Note, if you're running the Docker app, you can replace any instance of Docker IP in this document. So let's see what we have here with Docker IP. So Docker IP, great. So now let's go to the terminal and Docker IP. So let's export this. Export Docker IP to docker.local. And then what? Okay, so Docker compose up. Okay, starting again. Echo, Redis, Igor, front 50. Okay, things are actually looking a bit better this time. Maybe that's... Okay, so let's refresh. So yeah, this is not ready yet, so that's fine.
Whoa, that's a lot of services it's bringing up.
Yeah, it's bringing up a lot of
Takes like
services.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it's bringing up a lot of services that need to kind of connect to each other. So that's probably kind of what's going on here. And you see, like, they're not up yet, so that's why this is still not working. This is actually a very good lesson in, if someone wants to get into microservices, this is what you suffer from a lot. Okay, so get all application permissions failed. Yeah, okay, great. So, okay. Refresh, still nothing. So why is this localhost 9000? Okay, So let's do docker dot local 9000. So this is really not resolving to anything, so I don't know what that means. Okay, localhost 9000. Okay, this is looking better
Hello.
now. No, not yet.
Ooh,
Not yet.
it was trying to authenticate for a moment.
Yeah, it is. It's trying to authenticate, but nothing is really coming up, so. Okay. Nothing.
Still logging. Is Nightbot a bot or a human?
No, it's a it's a bot.
Time to redecorate in Bremat. I think it's deleting whatever Acidic Mushroom is trying to post.
Okay, let's see.
It's fucking with Acidic Mushrooms.
Okay, so this is still not up. Tell him to post it again. I disabled the bot. I disabled it, so you can try again.
Oh, he can hear you for sure.
Okay. All right, so this is looking good. But now it will probably not let me. So let's create app. Yeah, nothing is working. The app creation process is not working. Status is down, trying again. Front 50 is down.
Have they ever tested this thing? It just looks
No, it's
utterly
probably not
broken.
tested on the Docker, so it's literally like giving me like stupid errors.
Okay, so City Mushroom said he's timed out for 10 minutes because I think Nightbot locked him up for 10 minutes.
But how?
So I think Nightbot is like what do you mean how? They can do anything they want.
Yeah, but first of all, I'm looking at it and I don't see any. I don't see anything.
Rest in peace.
You know?
Let's see. I think Nightbot like detected some. It's probably some sort of policing bot that they have, and then Nightbot started to
Oh, I
give him
see
a
it. It's this
warning,
one.
and then yeah.
So acidic is it this one? Okay. So create app. No, this is not working. It's not connecting to front 50. So failed to connect to 8083. Yeah, it's failing to connect because it's trying to connect to the other application and it's not able to. That's what's happening here. Compose server address 0000 Cassandra Redis Spring. Okay. No, this is. I would say that the experimental here is true. Okay.
But
So
what is the recommended way to set it up if the Docker doesn't work?
create a directory under the config. Copy over your credentials. I don't want it. I don't want to put my credentials. Docker machine, Docker compose. Okay, let's see what we have here. Settings, ports. What is this? Great. It doesn't give us anything. Okay. Um, so it's exposing. Let's see, deck settings, protocol, API host, deck host. Oh, let's see what we have here in host's name. Network. So bridge. And then, so it's bridge. Okay. So this is not good. This is not good at all. So let's try to make sense of it again. So Docker Compose and then service front 50 URL is Docker IP 8080 and then Docker IP 8084. Okay, got it. So Redis,
What
let's
did
see
you do?
here. Redis. Where is it? Redis. Links Redis. Okay, just 1 second. So let me look at this here. Remove this. Let's split this here. Compose.env. Okay, and we have this one. So Redis host. Redis host is Redis. Okay, so front 50. So this is front 50, where is it? So front 50, so links here is front 50. Okay, and then this should be, so let's try and fix this. Front 50. Where else do we have this Docker IP stupidity? So API host is 8084. And what is 8084? Is 8084 Let's see what is 8084. 8084 is gate. Okay, great. So now let's go here and say that for deck, we need a links to the gate. And then this will be gate. And this will be gate.
Oh, so you're replacing all the Docker IP variables with static
8080.
ones.
8080 is front 50. So then this is front 50. And here links is to front 50. And what is 8083? 8083 is Orca. Okay, so let's link Orca here as well. And let's say that this is Orca. Okay. Where else do we have Docker IP? We got rid of all the Docker IP. Okay, great. So now Docker compose up. Circular dependency between Echo, Igor, and Orca. This is why. This is why. Okay. So acidic mushroom.
Why?
I see that your CSS is working when you do normalize, and this is exactly what I wanted to say. That sometimes that's the case. You need to just import normalize. So Docker compose front 50, front 50. So this is why there is a circular dependency, and you can have a circular dependency. So that's the problem. So Docker compose up. Let's see where we are. Echo, Igor, and Orca. So Igor, service, Igor, host is Igor. Services, this is front 50. Services front 50 base URL. Why is this not going through the gate? Okay, let's just fuck this. Okay, what else? Let's go back. Okay, great. So now Docker IP here. Deck is 8084. And 8084 is gate. So services front 50 Docker IP. Docker.local Docker app. Let's see what we have here. No, this is Docker.local. No, nothing. Okay. So Docker IP. So Orca. Orca is connected to Redis and front 50 and Igor. And then Igor, does it need Orca? No. Cloud driver. Redis Echo. So cloud driver, all I need is deck. So deck 8084 is gate. So here, let me try links to the gate. And here this is gate, and here this is gate. Let's try now. Circular dependency, no circular dependency. Okay, so one by one. Let's do it one by one. Cannot create container for service deck conflict. The container is already in use by Docker. PS. Docker. What? Docker. What? Docker PS dash A. Docker stop. Docker PS dash AQ. I wonder why when I stopped Docker Compose, it didn't stop all the Docker containers. Docker Compose up. Ah. Okay. It's not working. Seems like really the only way to do it.
If it's to work without Docker, like outside of Docker.
Mm-hmm.
But that, how does that work? Like, you need to put it on an AWS machine. Is that what they're recommending?
Yeah.
So
All
that
right.
means you can't really
Yeah.
develop on your local.
Yeah. You can't. Well, I mean, you can, but not with Docker Compose. Like I've been suffering death by 1,000 razors here with this thing. Um, yeah, seems like this is let's see. So dot override. What do we have here? Docker Compose override. Yeah, this builds everything, which is definitely not what I want. Docker Compose project intended to try Spinnaker now. It's not intended for production. Of course not. In memory Cassandra, in memory Redis, change to application great. We support Amazon credentials set via the AWS. Install Docker. Navigate to the config directory at the root. So Spinnaker, let's see. And then config. And then default Spinnaker local. Okay. And then navigate. Copy a file into edit Spinnaker, fit your configuration. Great. So let's see it here. So raw and copy this. Vim spinnaker.local.yaml and paste it here. Global time zone providers AWS. Spinnaker AWS enabled false. Default region US East 1. Base AWS, great. That's not what I want. Google, CF, Kubernetes, Docker registry, Spinnaker Kubernetes, great. OpenStack, App Engine, services default, HTTP, host localhost, Reddit localhost, Cassandra localhost. This is bullshit. If you're integrating this location here by using the base URL. Travis, okay, great. So, file into a file called edit spinnaker.local. If you machine locally, you will still need to move config directory to the Docker machine host as started. Okay. All right. So now Docker IP Docker local compose up.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Come on, stop it already.
I thought you gave up on Docker.
No, one last try. Okay, so now compose up. Okay. Anyway, this is not going really well.
So what's the what would be like the typical practice? Like you spin up a machine and then you develop inside of the AWS machine? Is that what they
It's not
want you
one
to do?
machine. It's like multiple machines in an environment with network, and it's a whole thing.
So so the cost of starting up is
Yeah,
already
it's
pretty
high.
high.
It's high. It's not only the cost of the servers. It's like a lot of dependencies. It's a lot of dependencies.
So it's quite a bit of time investment has to go in before, you can even try it out.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like.
yeah, definitely.
That's a bad way to develop a platform, isn't it?
Well, what are you gonna do? Um, it's a complicated platform. What I'm bummed out about is that there's really no easy way to um, how should I say it? There's no easy way to like start off, right? What I need is like to try it out, to just a Docker container or a Vagrant or even just like an AWS AMI, but I want to launch it and I want to start it right away. And currently,
Right.
spending an hour just trying to make it work is not a good experience. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not really concentrated or something of that nature. So we'll see. But yeah, I think it's enough for today. So we'll
Okay.
meet again on Wednesday.
Wednesday, right?
All right.
So before we go off,
Yeah.
can we try something really quick?
Yeah.
Because like for Netflix, I mean for Skype, the screen sharing, the quality is really bad on this on the for the code. A lot of time I can't see the code. Can we try like Screen Hero really quick? I just want to see if it makes a huge
Yeah,
difference.
we'll try. All right. So, oh, 3Ness, thank you for
So
the
I'm gonna
follow. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoy the
I'm
content. Thank
gonna
you. All right. So we're gonna end this stream now, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.
bye.